Do we have any New Zealanders in the audience? Okay, perhaps you can help us introducing our next guest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 now. Da 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 boom boom da 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 boom boom da 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 boom boom da 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 boom boom da 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 boom boom da 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 boom boom da 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 da. It's Ben Shewry! New Zealand's own. Our own slice of heaven right here in Melbourne. Over to you, Ben.
Thank you. Wow. That was quite a start, the guys. Thank you. 7 million seconds ago, I decided to create an anti-festival. Sounds like a long time, but it was only 3 months. But the inspiration for WAW tracks back much further. Let's flash to 1975 at my Uncle Kerry's Tahora Folk Festival in rural New Zealand. For 5 days, people were free from the constraints and the pressures of regular society, and that felt really good and really promising. You can see my Uncle Kerry there on the barbecue. Not a real flash, but he would have killed that animal himself and butchered it. There's my Uncle Kerry there, who's a musician as well, folk musician. I'm not sure who the bloke on the right is. He looks pretty wasted. Oh, it's banjo. But out of war also comes a bad feeling. The feeling that I had 5 years ago when this started happening. Many festivals that I travelled to, I had to wear chef's jackets like this one, with corporate sponsors on my arm, bearing no relation whatsoever to me or to my restaurant. Man, I started out in this life banging out lasagna with curly parsley and tomato rose garnishes. I was a margarine sculptor. I was a buffet carver. Would you like some ham or would you like the beef, ma'am? And now I'm travelling the world as a bloody race car driver. I felt like a sellout, except I wasn't being paid to be one. This was my real ride. I grew up on a steady diet of fugazi, skating, stealing lemons, building stuff for yourself and making your own game. 5 years ago, I battled depression. Coming out of that was one of the best feelings of my life. And I think going through it makes you want to help other people a little if you can. I'm an amateur gathering creator, and the last 7 million seconds have been a journey of chaos, darkness, laughter and light. Here are some snippets from my diary. 1st of July, decide to hold an anti-festival. Go on my world-famous and ripplingly brown rice diet, a mild form of self-inflicted starvation. 2nd of July, tell my staff that we're creating an anti-festival. Write some lists, office work is tiring. I eat an apple and some brown rice. 3rd of July, I wonder how this rates with the stupidest shit I've ever done. 4th of July, my wife Natalia tells me this is the stupidest shit I've ever done. 5th of July, I ring Charlie Gibb, our festival manager. Hey Charlie, how you going? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yep, no, the kids are good. Yeah. Hey, I'm thinking about I'm going to create this anti-festival. Yeah, it's in 3 months. Yeah, in October. No, October this year. How many? 40 chefs. Okay, cool. Charlie accepts, but I kind of lie how hard it's going to be. 7th of July. I think the brown rice diet is affecting my sanity. I nearly faint during service after eating in carrots and hummus for my main meal. 14th of July. I decide on a potluck lunch. Everyone will bring a dish. A massive buffet with 300 dishes cooked by you guys. Everyone sharing. 15th of July. The council decides I won't be holding a potluck lunch. As the organiser, I will be liable. I can see the headlines already. Attica makes 100 sick with a dodgy pavlova it didn't make. 21st of July. Chef Matt makes a delicious fatty curry for staff meal. I tell him not to try to seduce me with this delicious bullshit. I'm like a Buddhist monk. My body is a Zen temple. I'm an impenetrable fortress of goodness. I'm immune from temptation. And I've lost 4 kilos in 3 weeks. 6th of August, Natalia calls. A friend is terminally ill. I cry in the war office. Charlie hugs me. Later, James, my sous chef, hugs me. 7th of August, I reflect on my life. And I selfishly wonder, if I only had 1 year to live, what would I change? And for a moment, I take a small spot of joy from the fact that I'm living the life that I dreamed. And the only thing that I would wish for would be to spend more time with my family. 18th of August, I suffer a severe allergic reaction. And it feels like 10,000 ants are biting my head.
What was it to though, Ben?
Shampoo. I've got red spots all over my body. So I have to go to the doctor the first time. Well, actually, when I say I haven't been to the doctor, my business partner, David McCaw, is a doctor, and I always go to see him. It's very cheap, my medical bills. The doctor confirms my belief that brown rice plus Jedi mind control equals weight loss. Today I ate a small brown bread roll and some brown basmati. 7th of September, I receive a bad phone call. A friend has passed away on Father's Day in front of his son. And I feel so cold and hollow. And I'm finding it really hard to reconcile the loss with organising a happy, positive gathering. Thoughts of not doing it are strong in my mind. I tucked my son Kobe into bed, and he asked who will look after his children. I tell him that his friends and the community will help care for them. But he doesn't look convinced. And I feel so desperately sad. The 9th of September. I arrive at Attica at 9 a.m. to tell our kitchen team about my loss. Matt, Sonny and Ganam, all cooks in the kitchen at Attica, come to me at different points in the morning and tell me that they too have lost loved ones on the weekend. It's the saddest ever day at Attica. I cry at the staff meeting in front of 33 of my staff, at times uncontrollably. I tell them that days can only get better than this. 13th of September. I have the honour of catering for my friend's funeral, or helping cater for it. So, I decided to make sausage rolls. He was a real meat and 3 veg eater, and he would have approved. James, my sous chef, and I spent 12 hours making 1,200 sausage rolls for the funeral. We smelled like 2 giant sausage rolls. I break the brown rice diet, briefly eating sausage roll trimmings. Gary McBean, my friend and our butcher, donates 30 kilos of sausage meat to support us and his family. 16th of September, the funeral. James and I make 1,000 chicken mayonnaise sandwiches, and the local community donates hundreds of biscuits and slices. It's like a Tim Tam city. After the funeral at the wake, people share stories about their mate over sausage rolls, and I think they take some comfort in it. And for me, it's an opportunity to tell friends that I love them, when I should have told them weeks ago or months ago. 27th of September. Today I ate a small handful of raisins. Later, a small bowl of brown rice with soy sauce. On the night drive home to Ocean Grove, an apparition of a hamburger appears on the highway. What does it mean? 4th of October, today. We opened these doors and you came and ate ice cream. I've learned a lot in the last 7 million seconds, and these are some of the main things. I can't run WAW like my Uncle Kerry ran his backcountry folk festival with no permits, no bedtime, one long drop toilet, but I can hope for the same loose, loving spirit. Take a deep breath before you tell your staff that you're putting on a festival in 3 months and you don't quite know what it is. They'll look at you with feelings ranging from panic to contempt. When you're looking for musicians for your festival, you can jump down some really weird internet rabbit holes searching YouTube for fastest guitarist in Australia or undiscovered harmonica genius or insane street performer. Life can throw some really, really hard and awful shit at you, which makes it so hard to do things, but even more important to make them happen. People give. People are good. People sometimes drive you crazy, like the journalist who rang me the day we sent out the press release to tell me she didn't have the time to read it or to look at the website and was WAW any different to Renato Redzepi's thing. I couldn't make today's potluck, bring a plate, one love kind of thing, even though I think you guys would make a great lasagna. Nothing good ever comes easy and nothing easy ever lasts. The more hard times I've been through in the last 9 years, the more I've realized that all this stuff is completely necessary for success. To suffer a little and to fail. Be careful telling your friends who own the venue that you've invited a rock band to play in their laneway, because they might be scared about upsetting the neighbours. And don't call the rock band and ask exactly how loud they're going to be, because that can be really embarrassing. Because in the end, you just have to let it rock. That you can stand on stage at a food festival and not feel like a sellout racing car driver. And lastly, life's your game to make. Make it with as much passion, love and heart as you can muster. It's up to you. Thank you.